Okay, so we're just coming up to the bottom of Home Moss, which in the Tour de France year was called the Côte de Home Moss, and it was the one of the famous climbs on the British stage of the Tour de France in was it 2014? Rings a bell. I know we came to see it. We were sat at the top. We walked over from Marsden, and it was phenomenal. There's thousands of people up on the hillside. It was just amazing. So it starts off with a couple of sharp bends on not a brilliant road surface. It's all kind of, as you can see, like little stutter bumps, and then it runs up to a really sharp bend. And I'm careful around here because I've seen somebody crash into this big curb on a motorbike, and it wasn't a pretty sight. And then it all smooths out, and then there's a bit of a left-hander. Tyres are pretty warm now, so we are okay, we're good to go. And there's a mountain biker giving plenty of room. Slow down a bit, and then we can give it the berries up here a bit. Oh dear, that's very sad. And then we're approaching the very top of Home Moss now, with the aerial off to the right of me. Big television transmitter, I guess it was in the day. Don't quite know what it does these days. Always a few bikes here. Just coming over the crest at the top of Home Moss. And then we start descending down towards the Longdendale Valley, or the Woodhead Pass, whatever you want to call it, known as both. And then just as you get into these spectacular views here, you just got to watch it, because there's a couple of big sort of dips in the road. Not so bad going down if you're going slowly. Coming up's actually worse. Here's one of them. Look at this. Woo! And then this is the second one. And last time I came down here, I found, just about here actually, a BMW top box in the middle of the road on its own. And I suspect it had been loosened by one of those bumps, and then come off the bike, and the guy had just ridden on. He didn't even realise that there was no top box on his bike anymore. He just bought it. He wasn't used to the kind of feeling of having one anyway. Anyhow, eventually, miles later, he rode back, and I'd already sort of ID'd where it had come from, this bike, by opening the box, so we would have reunited him eventually. And part of the purpose of all this commentary is just trying to suss out whether the remote microphone that I've got buried inside my helmet is actually working and syncing with the 360 camera, which is right there on the handlebars. Because if it is, and if it works, it'll be brilliant, I think, because it means you can make a direct commentary at whatever speed you're going, and even sync the audio track to the other camera, which is on the chin guard of my helmet. Well, I hope it is. It is at the moment. It's got a special chin guard attachment, but it's only adhesive, and the company say no, it's not going to come off. But you do worry. So it's got a separate tether as well, just in case it does peel off from its main mount. It's got a secondary thing to stop it going into the road. And we're coming down now to the Longdendale Valley, and it's always good to look out that side and see what's coming along. And you can see a couple of cars and I may make it before them. But if you're in a car and or a van particularly, you've got no side vision, it's just critical that you get the timing right and try and suss out what's coming in from the left. So a quick check, and we've got something coming in from the right, so I can't go yet. It's fine on a bike here, this junction, but it's terrible in a van or a car, particularly a van. Nothing coming from the right, still stuff coming from the left. Right's clear, left's clear, let's go. That last gear change was the quick shifter. Cheeky little quick shift. This is just a very short section that you spend on the 616, which is the Woodhead Pass, Longdendale Valley Road. Takes you to Glossop. Well, it doesn't actually take you into Glossop, it takes you past Glossop and into Manchester. This side road here coming up, crossing the dam of one of the reservoirs, this is the road into Glossop. And we're just going to cut down that now because it's quite a nice road. Here we go. And we're coming up shortly to, I think it's the longest of the reservoirs in the Longdendale Valley. There's quite a few. Can't remember exactly how many, but 4 or 5 at least. And this one, Torside, is the longest, and it's home to the Sailing Club. People sail on it. It's just recently sort of refilled back up to a decent level from the drought in the summer. And Lizzie and I, we did sail here for a little bit. I don't know whether we were actually members or we were day members, but we needed to be, but it wasn't really floating our boat, pardon the pun, because we'd been used to being on the sea or down at Bala on some big water, and it just, didn't do it for me. Bit of a crest here sometimes, the front wheel in the air, but I'd have needed to be in sport mode then. Plenty of bikes out. It's probably one of the last decent days probably of the autumn, dry roads. It's overcast, but the roads are nice and dry, and it has been dry for quite a while. Surely going to see the Sailing Club and see whether there's enough water for them to actually sail. I think there probably is there. This is the entrance to it, just coming up. This is Glossop Sailing Club. Yeah, I think. Yeah, so the slipway's not in the water. So they can't actually get a boat to the water by the slipway. They've got to go down the rocky beach quite a way yet, so it still needs to come up. Yeah, quite a bit yet, I'd say. Decent sailing.